Great. So I thought we will cover a little bit to begin to get a little more familiar with healthy natural breathing so in terms of the 10 values, yeah. So I'm trying to capture a little more of that, but we'll have to approach it from the basics because we're talking in terms of circadian rhythms, metabolic processes, um, and having sustainable health, wealth, and wisdom. So there are several, finer details. So I will begin from what I have already posted a video on. It's called the belly button havan or the navel breath. This is good for improving digestion because there are some reports, news, different media that digestion toxins from the colon gives rise to several kinds of inflammation and several health concerns. Some of the basis for health concerns being there is because of insufficient digestion or insufficient elimination of toxins, waste. And our intestine play an important role in elimination of waste, solid waste. Yeah. And then there is liquid waste, for example, through the sweat, through the urine. Yeah. Different degrees of viscosity. Yeah. So there's a stool, which is more thicker, sweat, which is less thicker than stools. Yeah. And then there is urine, which is much thinner than sweat, relatively, depending on how much of uh, salt different mineral contents. I invite you to bring your attention to your abdomen. And I invite you to pay attention to the movement of your abdomen as you breathe. Notice if your abdomen is moving in any way as you're breathing. Now, this may seem like a repetition of what I said, but if listening to me is having you feel irritated that I'm repeating the same things, then maybe you also need to pay attention to the left and right sides of your ears. Yeah? Now, what is different, unique about movementless yoga, about healthy natural breathing, this method of yoga, is that different parts of the body come together, function at different times. There's a certain logic to it, there's a certain rhythm to it. So there are at least 10 cyclical processes. They're called vayus. 10 for a name, yeah, which are at play at different times. Yeah. So we are slowly getting familiar with some aspects of movementless yoga. So I invite you to bring your attention to your ears and notice the left and right sides of your ears. Yeah. And pay attention to the softness of your ears, the outer surface of your ears. Yeah. And when you can comfortably notice a sense of relaxation about the left and right sides of your ears, bring your attention to your abdomen and notice a gentle rhythmic movement of your abdomen as you breathe. Okay? You would also notice, perhaps, that your chest also moves as you breathe. So there's a gentle rhythmic movement of your chest as you breathe because your lungs are expanding, contracting inside your chest. And so does your heart. Yeah. But we'll only pay attention to the rhythmic movement of the chest as you breathe. So now you have your abdomen moving in a particular manner as you breathe, which may be different from the rhythmic movement of your chest as you breathe, which may be different from how your ears, left and right sides of your ears, the sense of relaxation you may be noticing somewhere about your ears. Yeah, because we have left and right sides of our body. Yeah, so gently pay attention to any sense of relaxation about the region of your ears. And notice the gentle movement of your abdomen as you breathe. Okay? Now, for a point of reference, I invite you to place a finger in your belly button. Okay? And notice, so you can locate where your belly button is. And even with your eyes closed, if you take off your finger from your belly button, your skin, the skin of your belly button, may have a touch-based impression of where your finger was. So you can locate where your belly button is, even with your eyes closed. Okay? Again, place your finger in your belly button and notice any sense of warmth in your belly button. I invite you to pay attention to your abdomen and notice any sense of warmth about your abdomen. This may make it easier for you to pay attention to any sense of warmth in your belly button. Okay? And all the while, continue to pay attention to the gentle rhythmic movement of your abdomen as you're breathing. You're not making something happen. You're not making the movement of your abdomen happen. Your abdomen may be gently, naturally already moving. Yeah? And now, gently remove your finger from your belly button. And even with your eyes closed, try and sense where your belly button is by the impression of the touch of your hand on your belly button. And notice if there's any sense of warmth about your belly button. Okay? All the while, your belly button is moving in a particular manner while you're breathing. Belly button is part of your abdomen. Your abdomen is also moving while you're breathing. Yeah? The movement of your belly button, now this is the next stage. The movement of your belly button may be slightly different from that of the movement of your abdomen. Because your belly button formed while in your mother's womb. So it's from your belly button that your entire body formed. Yeah? So your belly button is likely to have a certain tissue composition, a certain tension, or a certain difference in the movement, which may be different from that of how the abdomen moves. Now, because your abdomen took shape much later, after your belly button then was instrumental in forming the rest of your body. Yeah. So gently pay attention to the warmth in the region of your belly button while noticing the gentle rhythmic movement of your abdomen while you're breathing. Okay. We'll pause for now. Yeah. And do let me know how this feels for you. Was this clear? Are there any doubts? When can you do this? Okay, you can do this, say when you wake up in the morning. Yeah. Or when you're going to sleep, you're going to pay attention to your belly button. Do this, pay attention to the warmth in your belly button while you're noticing the gentle rhythmic movement of your abdomen, while you're noticing the gentle rhythmic movement of your chest as you're breathing, as you pay attention to a sense of relaxation in your ears. Yeah. While you're going to sleep, you're likely to have a pleasanter sleep. Similarly, when you wake up in the morning, you're doing this, you're likely to have a pleasanter awakening into the day. Yeah. And then say you're eating something Yeah. Instead of having your attention diverted in many places, you could do this exercise. That'll help you be a little more appreciative of the food that's going in, because that's also part of the digestive processes. It's through the belly button that the rest of your body forms. So your digestive system has a very fine connection with your belly button. So when you're eating food and you're paying attention to your belly button, how you appreciate food, how food digests is likely to be different. If you've eaten more food, say your stomach is all full, and you pay attention to the warmth in your belly button while you're noticing the gentle rhythmic movement of your abdomen as you're breathing, food is likely to, you're less likely to feel full for long. In the sense, your digestive processes are likely to get better. Yeah. So with stuffy stomach, you're likely to feel lighter much sooner. Yeah. You can go for a walk, and while you're, say, after eating your food, your meal, you could go for a walk. And while you're walking, pay attention to your belly button, the warmth in your belly button, the gentle rhythmic movement of your abdomen, gentle rhythmic movement of your chest while you're breathing, sense of relaxation in your ears. Your nerves are likely to get more regulated. Yeah. Emotional tensions, you kind of losing it sometimes, heavy emotions. Just pay attention to the sense of relaxation. Pay attention to the warmth in your ears, outer surface of your ears, the sense of relaxation in your ears. You're less likely to be emotionally disturbed for too long. Yeah. And then also pay attention to the warmth in your belly button and the gentle rhythmic movement of your abdomen, which may be slightly different from the gentle rhythmic movement of your chest as you're breathing. Yeah. So we will slowly see how this improves health. And as you get more familiar with this, I would be glad to answer more questions, anything that arises, if there's any concerns, any questions that arises. So then it becomes easier for us to then make slow progresses to the other facets of movementless yoga. Yeah, healthy and natural breathing. Thank you so much for your interest. Good day.